And now our feature presentation.
Let's spin this new shit!
Lesbians, or yes, whatever it is, I don't know. That's the theme for tonight's show, and deal with it. But after a week from not being on the air, because we had technical difficulties, or whatever the hell we do on the weekends, and we didn't feel like doing another show, we are back. Yes, we are back, and we have the wonderful Jessy, or Palace Swab, joining us for tonight.
Hello.
We also have Nick. He's not...
I screwed it up.
You screwed it up. We also have Cinnamon.
Yeah, I am real Super Saiyan.
No.
Just quietly. No. No.
And who else do we have joining us for tonight? We have Image, who is our artist for the show. He's not talking with us tonight. I poo on him for that. We have Tommy.
I don't know. Hello?
Okay. And we have Shadow. So, after a very boring introduction, because I haven't done it in a week, and I feel kind of sick right now because I have the crud. So, I blame the flu and the American government. But other than that, since everybody's already seen the season finale, we shall put our own shitty input about it.
It was good. I liked it. It was good. I liked it. Boom.
I disliked it.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's a 7 out of 10.
Let me be the icebreaker here, and we're just let's all divide it into little parts, and we'll just kind of talk about each part. So let's start with how it all kind of got started. The problem, which is Celestia wanted to do like a random test for Twilight, which is kind of sneaking the final test, and she kind of tricked Twilight into using a broken spell that she needs to fix, and switching all of her friends' destinies. So let's talk about that. So I found that concept interesting. That's something that that's kind of new. I mean,
well, like I find like the plot would have been much stronger if it was separated into 2 episodes. Cause seriously, like they could have, the entire test could have been expanded into 1 full episode, and it would have actually been a really good episode. Cause from what it's felt like, she just saw the problem, boom, she already solved it. I'm good. I'm better than the best wizard, like the best unicorn of all of Equestria, of all of time so far. And it was kind of funny though, because they said that Swirly Pants or whatever, I can't remember his name.
Star Swirl of Beer Day.
Swirly Pants.
Star Swirl didn't know like the true meaning of friendship, which I thought was hilarious because he must have just been really lonely. Like he just must not have had friends. But yeah,
grumpy old man. It's like,
yeah. No, like the
I had no
friends. Yeah. But like the Princess Coronation could have just been like an entire episode in itself. Like they had so much, they could have done so much with the memory lane. I don't know what they called it, but yeah, like just
it was the Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix, where they just saw the clips of each show. But yeah,
in like a third-person perspective.
Yeah, that would have been pretty crazy. But and they also chocked it full of songs too, which I got a bit worried after the first like 5-10 minutes when I heard 3 songs in a row, and I'm thinking it's like, oh jeez. But thankfully it spread out later, and I found it was a good it was like a good balance, teetering on the edge. They were close, but they didn't really mess it up for me. So, but yeah, all in all, like personally, I found it average. Like I find that they did a damn good job considering what they were given though, because they were told like, okay, Twilight's becoming a princess. Good luck, writer. See ya. I'm gonna go play this quartet. But but anyway, it's just Yeah, like, I give it a 6 and a 7 out of 10, really. Kind of like a 6.5. But yeah, like, I liked it. It was, but not as much as a lot of the other episodes that I watched. But that's my $5.
Well, at least
What?
my 2.5 cents that the episode is good, is not particularly great, and there's certain aspects of it that kind of restrict it, holds it back a little bit from being great. The songs, of course, are nice and all. Celestia gets that, you know, one singing role, which is nice and all. I love that. The biggest highlight for me was that, you know, celestial memory lane, which really kind of put into perspective of how, you know, how actually the process of becoming it, and how everything that had happened were building up to this moment. And they kind of, you know, made it clear that everything that happened in previous episodes had a purpose, and everything was leading to this point. And I think that was just brilliantly executed, and I kind of felt that, you know, everything had a full circle. So it's not like they didn't make it so you know, so harsh, like boom, Alicor, no reasons whatsoever. You know, they managed it as best as they can, and they made it interesting.
Well, apparently, according to Lauren Faust, that was her intention from the start.
Yeah. So yeah, we can't really argue with the main creator and her vision of how the show should be, and I think the show is kind of still pretty. If they've done that, and that's Lauren's original vision, so they're still kind of staying somewhat true to her original vision of the show.
Well,
and
I'm fairly certain that Cadence wasn't supposed to be around, though, as well,
No.
along with yeah, Cadence wasn't supposed to be there because, like, Lauren first had like the theory of like a queen and a princess, Queen Celestia and Princess Luna. But because it was a little girl show, they had to tone it down to Princess Celestia and then Queen Chrysalis, to be like, since Queen is more of like the evil thing, and then Princess is more like the good things.
Well,
But,
Princess implies youth, and it's more relatable to the younger audience.
yeah,
That's true, yeah. But
yeah, they wanted to appeal to youthful girls, and this gimmick of every girl wants to be a princess kind of contradicts what Lauren said, that, you know, that you want to make the perspective that girls are also people. They're not these generic images that the TV and media always puts. Like they're all they have goals, and they want to, you know, be individuals and set themselves apart from everyone. So trying to create that concept of every girl wishes to be a princess thing, it's kind of, you know, it's a little bit disheartening for me in my book.
Well, all in all, though, like, I really want to know pretty much like Lauren's full idea of what the universe, what her universe was going to be like. It would have been really cool.
She gave a little bit of details, like there was like some more of the interview from the documentary that wasn't released, so most of her thoughts on it are in there. Like, she had specific things she wanted all the main characters to be. Like, I can't remember all of them specifically, but I remember, like, she wanted everyone to basically achieve their lifelong goal. Like, the only one I can remember off by heart was Rarity opening a high-class boutique in Canterlot or something like that.
That's it.
Yeah, I should get the documentary.
Yeah, I think
I do want to see that.
Ragin has it. Ragin has it, so we'll probably get to see it.
Well, I prefer. Well, I would like to support them, but the thing is, like, they got like 300,000, but they put, I think, like, they pretty much put all of that towards the documentary. I'm pretty sure. But all in all, like, yeah, we've explained our thoughts on the documentary. a while back, but yeah, I personally found it more of a movie rather than a documentary.
It wasn't as objective as like documentaries should be, that they have to, you know, get all the parts, even the and at least talk about a little bit of the underbelly. But I guess avoiding the underbelly was the best decision, because quite frankly, I mean, nobody really.
But anyway,
as he drops.
yeah.
My opinion about the whole thing is they kind of made the episode seem like you could pretty much, like, they could end the series with that episode, really. How they wrapped it up and everything. Like, they say, oh, it's going to be fine, blah, 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 with that. And it's just like, really? I mean, they could have ended it with that episode, but I don't know. We will see next season. And technically, I would like to call next season Generation 4.5, because is there really going to be... It's not going to be the same, I can tell you that much. It's going to open more story development with just Twilight being a princess now, but it's not really going to be the same old show what we had for the first 3 seasons. And after season 1, it started to go downhill with the quality of the show. Like, season 1, like, there was a story from the very beginning of the season to the end. Season 2 kind of had that, but it's not there. Then season 3 just was gone. Like, most of the episodes were kind of lacking with, you know... It just didn't feel as good of a season this year, but oh well. Maybe they're gonna fix that with season 4. Let's hope they do.
Yeah, well, yeah, like, I found that season 2 had a lot of points where they kind of were building up on a story, but then, like, with the season finale, boom, all of a sudden, oh, I have a sister, and, well, no, I have a brother, and he's getting married. Whoa! What a crazy world. But,
they're throwing that in there for toys, really. Yeah. I mean, they're starting to... I mean, Hasbro's really like, oh, wow, we can pretty much say anything, and they're going to like
they are a
what
toy
we say.
company, after all, so...
I know they are a toy company. They made a shitty movie off a shitty game.
But, yeah, what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, like, season 3, they raised a lot of questions about stuff. Like, Sakura. I want to see more build-up on Sakura there.
Yeah, they talked about her, and then... I think they mentioned her. Oh, my.
Well, like, the one episode with the Alicorn amulet, she's just like, oh, you spilled my tea. There's some more. I just want to know what the hell was up with that.
I'm magical.
Yeah, she is kind of like, you know, the...
I think she's a spoof of, like, a witch doctor.
Yeah, kind of like a witch doctor.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of interesting things about this character, and quite frankly, as much as we know of her from the show, we technically don't know anything about her. We don't know where exactly is she. Is she from even the same continent, or she's from a different continent of the world? And it's really interesting. There's a lot of opportunities for this character.
She's from Africa. I mean, Zebraca.
Yeah,
Zebraca.
Yeah, we don't even. Yeah, exactly. It could be something like that, because you got Saddle Arabia, and other countries that are more. You know, I think they're trying to experiment with different cultures and stuff like that, and even in Saudi Arabia, they're horses, not ponies. they're full-grown horses.
But they're the size of Celestia, and
yeah.
So Celestia is the size of a horse. So.
Pretty much. But I guess we kind of got the season finale covered, or does anybody else have?
I just wonder what they're gonna do with what the writers are gonna be doing with season 4, because they got like 2 new like, no, they didn't get 2 new writers. They brought back 2 writers. Oh. So yeah, we'll see what goes on there. I hope they kind of expand more on the world, because like they also mentioned Saddle Arabia as well.
I doubt they will, because...
And they also got, like, dangerous places like Tartarus. They have, you know, the pits of Tartarus, which is... if any of you guys know any Greek mythology, is a place where all the Titans
they talk
live.
About it in the... Yeah, they also talk about it in the movie Sinbad.
Yeah.
But, like, I would think that, if they expanded more on the world and, like, kind of traveled to places, they would definitely be able to get a bigger toy line out of that as well. That would probably be bought. Would also be bought. So like there's a lot of revenue under it, like pretty much under the entire world that they're kind of going off of.
Bringing new content for the show is always a win-win situation for Hasbro because they can know they'll market the toy and the writers will have the opportunity to make this character, make these new characters, and make interesting characters, and stuff like that. But we also got to understand that Hasbro are also looking things that will appeal to their target audience, their originally intended audience. And I'm pretty sure Hasbro are not going to change monster policies just because, even though they know that we sort of exist, they're not really going to change their strategy at least. Another topic that I also want to discuss, and this kind of goes hand in hand with the season finale and season 4, which, by the way, October 2014. Yeah, welcome to the hiatus.
Where was it? Where did you see it? I know it's like I'm fairly certain it's on October, but where did you find the 2014 bit?
2014 bit.
No way.
Yeah.
It's either I found it either in Derby News or in a Twitter somebody that retweeted from another source. These of course are leaks, so we're not sure, but that's a date that everybody's been talking about.
I guarantee it doesn't come back 2014.
Yeah, be fairly certain to be around this year October, I would think.
All right.
Because we've been waiting almost 2 years for it.
Almost.
That's the thing, no one would wait.
Yeah. But
I'm not waiting for the new season. I'm not waiting for this October, let alone a year on.
Yeah, like frankly though, essentially my view of it, I'm starting to kind of teeter on like, really is it the show keeping me interested in My Little Pony, or is it the fandom now? Like I feel like it's just like the fandom, even though it can get a bit crazy, but
yeah. Okay, so back to the topic that I was going to mention. I know everybody's going crazy over this one. We're going to give our opinions on it because information is really scarce, and that is the Equestria Girls spin-off that they have recently just announced in a little article on a cartoon magazine, and they set this one up for around spring of this year, so that's kind of pretty much right around the corner. And if you don't know what Equestria Girl is, well, basically the spin-off series takes the original mainstream characters and turns them into humans and send them to our world. So I'm just gonna put that topic and let's see what you guys think about that.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah, like I'll give it a chance, but like given the art style of the kind of teaser pic that was shown, it's very like it's really like similar to Littlest Pet Shop. So I'm guessing that there's gonna be a decently big crossover on that. Like I don't know if they're gonna be set up in the same universe and they'll be kind of like throwing Easter eggs in like each show, just kind of mentioning them like by kind of like walking through a crowd or something like that. But
they do have pets, so the ponies do have pets of their own. So I'm not sure they're gonna like connect those two episodes.
Yeah, it's getting. Yeah, like in the chat, 9 Corrupted is saying that Equestria Girls is a horrible attempt to sell more toys. It really is. It is like just an attempt to make more revenue, and they're just kind of selling it to the fandom, even though they're doing it in a pretty bad way. But
I think what Hasbro's trying.
Who knows? Like the writing might be good. It might be good, but I don't think it's gonna really go off of. So,
yeah.
I personally like the YouTube version of Equestria Girls.
yeah.
But
That's
yeah, personally, I can't really just go say out of the blue, oh, it's gonna be a flop. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the only one that's gonna be optimistic about it, and I'm gonna give it a chance. This is an experiment after all. by Hasbro, and yeah, they want to experiment with that, see if they can sell more toys. We just gotta wait. I just gotta wait and see, and
We just need to be happy with what they make and just be happy that they're continuing the show.
yeah, but you know what? This is actually okay. If everybody starts seeing this as like a negative, at least they're doing something different. I mean,
Well, the way
it's
I
actually-
look at it is, like, you can judge what they look like. Like, when I look at the picture, I'm like, Twilight is purple, Rainbow Dash is blue. Everybody else
Rainbow
looks
hair.
like they have some sort of skin condition.
They have a rash.
Because it's like,
Fluttershy looks like she
Rarity's
has
pure
leukemia.
and then Pinkie Pie is like pure pink, and then Applejack is like orange, so like spray tan. But I think that looks kind of dumb. But I haven't seen it, so I don't really judge until
Yeah.
I see the content. Like, I didn't know. A lot of people were asking me, "Oh my God, what do you think of Twilight Princess, Alicorn, blah blah blah?" And I was like, I can't tell you. I haven't seen the episode yet.
So what do you think about it now that you've seen it?
The season finale.
Yeah, or about Twin
Actually,
Star Twilight being
I-
Alicorn.
He liked it. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Alicorn thing, because it was like the last 5 minutes of the episode, so nothing really happened. But I did like the episode. I especially like that song. It's like My Cutie Mark's Telling Me or something.
That was the
Yeah.
only one I liked.
I like that song.
Yeah, that was I think that was a big one because like everybody had a part in it. All the songs where the main six all participate are really good. But you know what? At least I'm gonna be the only one that's kind of optimistic. I'm gonna give it a chance, and I'm gonna be very critical about it. I'm not gonna be, completely blind either. And even if I see something that I don't like, then I'm still not gonna watch it. But it's still, the original series is still gonna exist, and for those out there that a lot of people have been talking, a lot of these doomsday bronies saying, "Oh, the fandom is over just because of this spin-off."
Well, if you went into a fandom thinking it will last forever, you kind of went in for the wrong reason.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
that's a really. I'm sorry, but that is an extremely imbecilic mentality. It's just it's just wrong, man. You gotta look at things objectively, and you gotta be logical. Wait and look at things, and then you can make a concrete opinion with basis. I mean, at least you gotta have some basis to you think about it. But again, opinions can also have zero basis because they're just opinions.
But
Okay.
Sorry, but Nine actually said something in the chat that the fandom is dying in general. I'd have to kind of disagree on that because it's
It dies down over the summer when they're
Well,
not
what
showing
like during
seasons.
during the
like the
show,
show,
it
doesn't
people
really
have,
die down.
Yeah, like people have a steady flow of kind of creative remixes, art, stuff like that. They have inspiration that they can take from the show. But
Yeah.
frankly, when it comes to during that there's this huge long section of just no show, people kind of it kind of just calms down a bit because there isn't too much inspiration going on. So we'll see with this huge wait from season to season. So
So wait, when Sin said 2014, we're gonna have to wait a year, over
2
a
years.
year.
Yeah.
Oof.
almost 2 years if it's 2014. So that's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
almost.
That's why I'm thinking that.
Yeah, this is not gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, they have Equestria Girls Out coming in spring, which is probably gonna last pretty much most of that waiting period.
Yeah, it'd be.
But again,
I mean,
this is something that I've seen a lot of people repeat this date on Twitter, and some other people that also do a couple of leaks and stuff of information that they leaked a lot of. Season 4 is going to have 26 episodes, and they're going to put a lot of content on this one.
there's
so
a derpy episode or something.
probably
No, they're just
they
gonna call
won't.
her up by name. from one.
Well,
Yeah, they're gonna call off from,
there's an episode I saw on Tumblr where they actually were doing the descriptions for the episodes, and they were talking about a third people. They were explaining
Yeah.
everything, like this mystery mayor, the blonde hair male mayor of Ponyville. Nobody really knows much about her, so it'd be very interesting to see that episode if they do it, and if it's not just
Hopefully people don't get upset about it.
Yeah.
like last time,
Yeah.
which is kind of, it wasn't called for, but people like to overreact about everything nowadays. Oh my god, you called her derpy. How offended I am. Because I can totally relate with, a
Fan
blonde-
pandering.
Yeah. I saw Twilight saying hello to Applejack. This is exactly what I wanted. This is fan pandering.
Oh, yeah, this season, well, in the creative community, like music and whatnot, not a lot of people have done that much for music. I mean, the only really thing that everybody exploded on was, what's her name? Bad Seeds. Or
Babsy?
Babsy?
Yeah, Babseed. Yeah, that's actually,
Yeah,
that was actually like one of the most original songs that we've had in a while. Since season 2, really. I mean, that's pretty much the only really long one and good one. In my opinion. I have to say that now because people will get mad.
But, yeah, like, really, these are all just opinions,
But
so I can't really take anything from it, but
Yeah.
it's best that, I think we should go to what, Sorry?
Well, I was gonna move on in our subject, say Swag movie has come out, or Swag Move has come out.
Oh, yes, Swag.mob has come out, so if anyone didn't watch it, they should go watch it, because it's actually pretty good.
Rainbow Dash.
But anyway,
I was actually really glad about it. It's pretty good. It really is really good, and it's a good wrap up for the whole, series of moves. But if you don't
I
know,
was actually satisfied. I was satisfied with the ending. It was all, he kind
a
of...
little bit more satisfied when the season finale than the season finale.
Actually, yeah, I was more satisfied with the TopNotch ending than with the season 3 finale.
Gotta see John and Aaron before they got squished.
Oh, fan pandering.
Yeah,
all the beta
it totally is.
Actually, the Alpha Kids.
wait, wasn't it beta? No, it is alpha.
No,
Homestuck Kids. Homestuck Kids.
Well, there are 8 kids now. But anyway,
Yeah, fan pandering.
I don't even read Homestuck, so I don't know.
And we have finally broken the 200 barrier. So, congrats to everybody.
Hey.
I'll write a rap.
And
Whatever. I'm just kidding.
whatever.
But yeah, so I guess we should go to what everyone's been waiting for. The interview. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, we have an interview.
What? Huh? Hello.
What are you, gay? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We have an interview? Yeah. But, yes. Ah, God. Why did everything close? My computer almost crashed on me, you guys, so I need a new computer. So, earlier, while you guys were talking for like 10 minutes, I could not hear you guys or see anything on my computer, but I saved it. Fucking Windows 7!
But anyway, who wants to start with the first question?
Well,
Sin, you have the honors.
let's break the ice here. So,
Let's break the
Palace Swap.
So slippery.
Fellows, Palace Swap. How you doing tonight? Thank you very much for being here on our small little podcast.
I'm doing very well tonight, and thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
problem.
So, for those who don't know who you are, and I'm pretty sure that everybody here knows who you are, but just tell us a little bit more about yourself. And this is something most of your fans do not know about you.
I draw a horse who paints with her butt.
Respectable.
I approve.
That's kind of the only thing people know me for is drawing horses with paint butt.
Well, apparently to the chat, you were a polite butt.
I have a play.
According to Will Draw for Food. Fire ends.
A polite thought indeed. So,
Surprise blog. I love it. What?
okay, so let's kind of like break it down. So you were kind of for how long have you been in this fandom?
In this fandom, I started, I think, 2 years ago. It's been a while. It wasn't last autumn. It was the autumn before that I started actually like participating in it.
Okay.
So, during and before that time, and before that period of joining the fandom, what kind of things outside of the Brony fandom were you involved in?
I just like drew for fun. I think I was just like getting out of high school at that point. Like I just finished high school, so it was like, oh, I gotta get a job. What do I do? Play video games.
Video games.
Usually
It's a good
that's pretty
pastime.
normal.
I think we're all out of high school at this point. Everybody's like, hey, I'm getting out of high school. So I need to go to college. I hate college.
I'm still in high school right now.
So,
I've never gone to college. I've lied to all of you. I've just been
Even our sex life, Nick?
Yes.
No.
Especially our sex life.
what happened to what we had?
How
had
could
nothing.
this happen to me? No.
Next question.
Oh,
Like,
like going too fast for school.
Though, Pallet, have you been at, like, besides this fandom, like, have you been involved with anything else, like any other kinds of fandoms, or just, things just in general life? Have you been involved in?
Other fandoms, not really. I didn't really do anything like an Ask blog or like characters or anything like that for other fandom stuff because I was just too lazy. And I couldn't think of anything. But like I've liked other stuff, like I just haven't really done much to contribute to the fandom they're a part of.
Okay.
So you weren't in terms of like motivations, like what kind of things that motivate you to create content for fandoms?
Yeah, I would draw, but then I'd be like, nobody cares, I'm just gonna draw this fan art.
And can you tell us your perspective on what you think Brony fandom is? Like, it's aside from all the other fandoms, do you have a certain outlook?
I've met a lot more people than I have being a part of any other, like, group of fans. Like, my Skype contact list went from, like, 20 to, like, 200 in, like, the span of a month. And then, like, I've met a lot of people, like, that have other interests, like, I'll meet them because of pony stuff, but then we'll start talking, and then it's like, oh, you like Pokemon? I like Pokemon. Oh, you like Legend of Zelda? I like Legend of Zelda. Or something like that. And then we find common ground, and then we just, like, talk about other stuff like that. So, I've met quite a few good friends, just from this Tumblr blog that I made.
Tumblr.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, you kind of like in that that inner circle of the really popular kind of elite Tumblr group.
I don't think I'd really call anything like an inner circle. I mean, you should horse this online. I'm not putting that on my resume.
That's like things I want to put on my resume. I draw.
It says you draw horse butts for a living, and you're very popular for doing it. Yes, you should hire me.
I think I could put that on my resume. I think the being ex-military also helps too on my resume too. So they probably look like you do a podcast and talk about ponies, but you've also done 2 tours of duty and jumped out of planes. I can't hire you. You talk about ponies. I can't. Sorry.
What is wrong with this man? He jumps out of planes and talks about ponies.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? What drugs are you on? And I want some. But
Who sells you drugs? Where is you? Here.
I draw a horse. You should hire me for this programming gig. I'm just not going to mention that I go to college or anything like that. I just draw horses.
Yeah.
Just one piece of paper, size 11 font, Comic Sans. I draw horses.
But I have noticed that our fandom does like a lot of the old 90s cartoons like DBZ, Pokemon, all the good shows that we grew up on, and we can translate over. I've found that a lot with this fandom. Everybody's like, yeah, Digimon, Pokemon, Yu Yu Hakusho, old Bleach, Naruto. I can just keep naming them. Oh,
We're just a bunch of 90s kids, if you ask me, man. And
We're
I think
running in the 90s.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like a camaraderie you feel with Brony saying, not just because you like the show, but adding the fact that most of the people who like the show are 90s kids, so you immediately feel like a sense of understanding and things like that, and everybody kind of likes the same things that they like, and yeah, like Pillow Swap said, we all find a lot of common ground and things like that. The segue to the next question.
Well, did anyone else grow up with TVO kids?
What?
TVO
What?
kids? Magic School Bus, Arthur. All
Oh
those
yeah.
educational
Well, that
shows.
shit was like you watch that stuff at school though. That's
Take
the thing.
chances,
No, I watched that at
make
home.
mistakes, and get messy.
I wish
Every
I
day when you're
could
walking
say-
down the street.
Strangers.
Also, Tim doesn't have a last name. I figured that out a while ago.
Who?
Tim, the black kid.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like
Oh, okay.
what?
Why is the black
I'm
kid have
standing
to have
back.
no family? Seriously.
Yeah, apparently.
Why can't he have a father?
Actually, wait,
Damn.
no, I think there's someone else who doesn't have a last name, but yeah, it's only Tim, like, and somebody else that doesn't have a last name on that show, and I don't know why. So, but yeah, I've been seeing Miss Frizzle, like, is a Time Lord,
I blame the
fan
doctor.
art and stuff.
Yeah, I blame the Doctor Who fandom for ruining it.
I see
Magic
Mary Poppins is a time lady.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
But anyway, you
everybody's
wanted
like,
to go on the
"What?
second
It's time."
question.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, it's the time.
Disregarding any criticisms of your friends or
Really
followers.
quiet.
Okay. Is it better now?
Much better.
Okay. Disregarding any criticism from your friends or followers, how much have you felt that you improved since you started your Tumblr?
I've improved a lot with my tablet because I actually didn't I started my Tumblr shortly after I had just purchased a tablet, so I was really rusty with it. So that was an excuse to practice with it. And I'm not a professional with it yet. Like I still think my line art needs a lot of work, and I take longer than I should. But I think I have improved with my tablet skills compared to how it was when I started. Because I look back to when I started, and I'm like, oh, look at these scribbly lines, and the colors are awful.
Though, do you plan on becoming becoming a professional artist?
I'd love to. I'm hoping to go to college either this year or the next for graphic arts and animation.
Nice.
So, in terms of commissions, how exactly did that give you any sort of sense of experience in terms of, people are having a lot of expectations when it comes to commissions? So, tell us about that.
I found people are a lot less picky than I thought they would be. Like, I would spend 20 to 25 minutes on this one part that I just could not get to look right, and it would bug me. But then, I would send them the work in progress, and they're like, it looks amazing, just keep going. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, pressure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Then they get it. They're like, thanks, Jupiter. Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well done, boys. You've saved Christmas. Also, I'm Jesus.
Thanks.
Yay!
But after that,
And so, what kind of things have you learned? While you were in this fandom and you were kind of getting popular and things like that. What kind of things have you learned from these experiences to this day?
I've learned that apparently I draw horses well. I don't know why people prefer my horses, because I've had people come to me and tell me I was their inspiration to draw, and it gives me butterflies in my stomach because I'm like, I'm not even that good. Oh, but thank you. Because like I feel awesome when people tell me that they started their blog or something because I inspired them, and then I look at their art and it's a million times better than me, and I'm like, oh, remember me when you're famous.
Just see me in the crowd.
Shout my name.
Do you remember?
Name your baby after me.
Oh God.
Name our baby.
But
yeah,
yeah. Besides, like with digital art and stuff like that, I've been wondering, like, what kind of other mediums do you use for painting, like, or well, for drawing, like, kind of painting, or like, have you ever tried using marker?
I have Copic markers, but I just don't use them that much because I don't have very good quality paper. Like, I only have like printing paper that I do scribbles on from time to time. I should get a professional sketchbook so I can actually, you know, not seep through the back of the paper and everything melts and it's just
Get this woman some paper.
So I really like your art style. Can you kind of give us like a rundown of how you go about your creative process?
Well, first I try and figure out, mostly the character's pose, like, cause I need to get over my fear of doing detailed backgrounds. I try to do detailed backgrounds, and sometimes I do, but other times I'm just like, in what way can I avoid drawing a background? Because it takes me so long, because I'm really not good at it. But it's mostly, I think, of the character's pose, and then I do like a rough scribble of just like circles and lines, and then that takes me like maybe a minute or two. It's the line art and stuff that'll take me a while, because I'm like, that's not a good line. That's not a good line. That's a bad line. Control Z, Control Z. For like yeah.
I can't take it anymore. Can't do it, man. I can't either.
I can't either.
We can't do it anymore, John.
The game's playing itself, John. The game's playing itself, John.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
But Ragin, do you have any questions?
Well, I just had to ask, like, did you, in the Brony documentary, the newest one, you were in, you were kind of a background in some of the shots. You were, your OC was put in the background. Did you know any about that, or was it kind of a surprise?
What happened was, I actually started talking to the guy who animated it, and because like I would go to his streams and stuff, and then it was one point where like I drew him fan art, and he was like, oh, you're that person, oh, I love your stuff, and then like we talked on Skype, and then while he was working on the animation, he asked me if I would mind if he put palette swap in there, and I kept insisting that no, you don't have to, please, because like he would have to make a new rig and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's just gonna be more work, and but then he's like, no, I want to, and blah blah blah, and then I was like, okay, and then he put her in, and then I saw bits and pieces of it. I didn't see the whole thing until the documentary was released, and then I got a crap ton of people messaging me going, oh my god, you're in the documentary, ah! And I was like, I totally didn't know. Haha.
I didn't think I was going to get that much airtime. This is well, you were in it, but you didn't have any lines, so. But
yeah.
Still, everybody, yeah, I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. I bet you were like going, oh god.
But do you know if he animated anyone else's OCs, or did he just make original, like just his own characters for it? Because I didn't recognize any other ones.
His friend, a friend of his that runs the Ask Berry Suite, I think that's her name, Tumblr I think she made an appearance in the background a couple times. I know his character Emerald May did. She's the purple one with the green hair.
Okay.
And then I think Ask Doodle Pony made an appearance when the part where he's like some turned out many new OCs or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh
The
yeah,
Pony Creator.
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
horrible OC in one of them.
And like
Everybody-
the red and black zebra thing.
Yeah,
But
it was like, oh god, the horrible OC.
But like Ask Doodle Pony was there, and then I think that's everything. Everything else was just like a random rig or something.
oh, okay.
Well, so the main 6 and Derpy also made a background appearance in there.
Yeah, Derpy's in the university, like with the students.
Because why not? I mean, come on. Seriously.
It's always fun with those Where's Waldo sort of games.
Yeah.
Well, she
And
came
they
in.
also-
She also was in the season finale too.
Yeah,
Yeah, like and with the cross
pretty
signs as
hard
well.
actually.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
hard to
they
find.
did they go behind Hasbro to do that? Who knows?
I am not entirely sure.
But I just
Rebel!
think that
Rebel!
Nobody starts. Hopefully this hasn't started like any fires or anything. So I guess they're still in the clear, and it was really
Well, they
hard.
they
You
hit
have
her
to
pretty
really,
well. That's the thing.
you have to, yeah, you have to pause it like in an exact frame because it's not like she has a lot of airtime. So and also
Apparently she winked
season
at us,
finale.
too.
Oh, another thing, another one who made another appearance. Once again, Vinyl Scratch was like,
I didn't like this version of Iron Scratch. She looked a little weird.
the hair looked a little weird for me. I mean, I don't know. I guess that was like the first time we got like a front view perspective of the character, and I guess it kind of looked a little bit iffy. But
Terrible.
hey, yeah, it was iffy. It was sketchy. I mean, I don't know. It could have been done better, but yeah, it's there. I mean, they still care about the character. Back to the interview. Okay, Pearl Swap. Try to fill in the blanks. The best thing about being a brony to me is
Okay.
I'll give you a little bit of time to think about that one.
Okay. I think. Okay, I'm gonna say something that people will probably get mad at me for, but honestly, I don't care if you call me this otherwise. I don't think of it as an insult, but I don't entirely consider myself a brony. Like, I don't call myself it. Because the way I look at it is I love the show, and I'm not afraid to say that I love the show because it's enjoyable, and I've always liked cartoons ever since I was little. But the show doesn't define me, so I don't use it as a defining word to describe myself. But if people call me it, I have nothing against it. They'll be like, "Hi, you're a brony" or whatever, and I'll be like, yeah, "Okay, if that's what you want me to, if that's what you want to call me, I don't care. It's not an insult, so I don't take it as one." But to go to the question, what is the best part? Like, what is my favorite part of it, or being one?
Yeah.
I think it would be all the people I've met, and apparently, like, I don't want to say it for certain. I've had people tell me, but I don't want to be cocky or anything. But all the people I've apparently inspired to get back into their creative works, like art. Some people have actually made me songs. Like, one person actually made me like a whole rap just like about Palette, and then someone made a song for Palette, and then they're like, "You inspired me to get back into this, and you just make me want to be, you just make me want to create something again." And that makes me feel really good because art is something I've enjoyed ever since I was small. And it's really been my escape to a place where I can just do whatever I want, and I may not be the best at it, but it's something I enjoy. So I kind of think I'm giving that feeling to other people, which is a good feeling, and that's why I'm really flattered when people tell me that they started creating again because of me, or like not just me solely, like they probably had a few inspirations, but it's just really great to know that you're basically, like, I'm not intentionally doing it, but in a way I'd like to think I am, because I'd love for people to start creating more, because it just, like, if they want to get into it as like a profession or something like that, that'd be awesome. Like, I'd love to do it as a profession, but I'm just an amateur right now. But the earlier you start, the better, I guess. And it's just a really nice feeling knowing that people are getting back into the groove because something random that you did.
Yeah, like, yeah, like, it's a really cool, like, it's a really good feeling when, whenever I make somebody laugh or something like that, if I make people smile. I really do enjoy that feeling as well. But what you were saying before, when you don't really call yourself a brony, like, yeah, like, I don't really think brony is like a static title that if you are a fan of the show, must be called a brony. I think of more of it's like just kind of a title that you can give yourself if you want to be called a brony.
Well, I think of it like this: Ponies isn't my favorite cartoon. It's a good cartoon, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy drawing characters from it, but it's not my favorite cartoon. Like, I have quite a few that are higher than it, and I don't let them define me either. I just consider myself someone who enjoys animation, and that's what I let define me, because it's not so restricting to one show, but it also describes basically what I prefer. Like, I really like animation, like I like cartoons, I like movies, things like that, because it doesn't just confine me to one specific thing. It's like I like Disney movies, I like superheroes, I like Batman the Animated Series, and like Bruce Timm is one of my favorite cartoonists. I loved Justice League Unlimited, I loved Powerpuff Girls, I love Pokemon, I loved Digimon. It's like, I just loved a lot of things that were animated and cartoons all throughout my life, so I think if my favorite cartoon doesn't define me, why would I, like, I really like the show, but I just don't think that defining yourself using a show you like is really, to me, it's not that great of an idea, because it just doesn't, it kind of cuts you off from a lot of things. Like, it almost sounds like you're saying it as like it's your profession.
Yeah, like
but I don't like, I really don't like talking about it, because some people tell me like, oh, you just hate the word brony, you're in denial or something like that, and I'm like, I don't hate the word. You can use the word all you want. It's just a word.
It's profiling.
Yeah.
You don't want to be labeled, or labeling is the better word.
Yeah.
You don't want to be really labeled as that. Like, I totally understand it. I'm not going to say this is my favorite show of all time. No, it's going to be in like the top 10 maybe, but it's something I do in like this show, like the podcast that I do. It's just for fun, really. It's not going to get me a job. I'd be shocked if it got me a job.
Yeah.
But I enjoy putting my thoughts out about the show and other things that revolve around the show too. So it's just a fun game that I know I'm not going to be doing it from the rest of my life, but there's going to be a time where people are going to have to look back at the show and be like, this was fun. You know, this was a fun ride. And I am glad I have the memories and the people that I've met along the way, because this community has some really nice people in it. And I've made some great friends over, I don't know, the past year and a half of doing this. Well, I know, Nick.
I hate all of you people.
Okay.
Well, I think the best friendship you make from this fandom is one that you can carry with you and still have things to talk about and relate with outside of the show that had ended. Like, I know ponies will end. It's an inevitability, but you always have it, technically. But like, if it was your only conversation starter with someone, it may be a little difficult to maintain that friendship. But if you found common ground with something else, then that shouldn't be a problem keeping that friend. And that's what I like about this fandom, because a lot of people don't just solely like this and nothing else. They like a lot of other things, and it's easy for me to carry a conversation with other people because it's not solely about ponies, because I like the show, but it's not something I would want to talk about 24/7.
It's almost
and it gets sickening after a while talking about ponies.
A little bit.
But like,
yeah, and you.
Sorry, but
fine, Nick.
Sorry, jeez.
Interrupt me again.
But like, I kind of think of it. It's kind of like the workplace or the school ground. It's something that where you meet people and you talk to people, but it's not exactly like what. It's not exactly what you want to talk about. Like, you don't constantly want to talk about work with someone, or talk about school with someone. You want to find like a lot more common ground than that. So yeah, it kind of relates to that, really.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, yeah, and using, hey, do you watch My Little Pony? Blah blah blah. It's not a very good pickup line, either.
Hey baby.
You don't go to a bar or something. Hey baby, I'd like to party with your Pinkie.
Hey baby, want to see my Fluttershy?
Yeah, stupid shit like that you can't use. You can't use.
Just like bring out a plushie right here. Woo! It can fly.
Oh my god, I saw the new miniature of the Fluttershy, and I think it's super adorable.
Oh, for the from Hot Topic, or?
I think they're like making new, the little miniature. What do you call them? We don't get
bags,
them.
Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't get over. I
saw. Shush. I saw the new Fluttershy build, and I thought it was super cute. I have I think the blind bag ones are the cutest, but we don't have blind bags here, so I just buy them in like the little packets. Like I have the main 6, except Fluttershy, obviously, because she didn't come in a packet.
I have AJ and Rarity, but I only have the sparkly ones, which I'm not a fan of. Though my sister did get me a couple of blind bags from an anime store that she went to in London, so whenever I meet up with her, I'll be buying those off of her.
Going back to what we're talking about.
We weren't talking about anything. What are you talking about?
Don't talk about
Where's the bomb?
I really, I kind of reached certain points of reflecting, and I mean, all of us put a lot of time on this fandom, and I think this is one of the fandoms that a lot of people have dedicated themselves a lot in. I don't think that once a show is over, that's going to discourage, I'm speaking for myself here, to leave the fandom, because I've already invested so much. Why would I want to leave?
I know that. I don't mean the fandom is going to end. I just know when no more official, when the show isn't being produced anymore, I think a lot of people will abandon ship because there isn't going to be much for them to talk about anymore. Like, maybe it's just people that watched the show and enjoyed it, or maybe it's writers or artists, I don't know. But once a show ends, it's not so much the fandom will end with it, because you'll always have the past to enjoy, and you'll be able to enjoy what they had given you. But once it stops, it's a little harder for some people to hold on, because there's nothing new unless it's fan created. Which, saying that, it is a possibility that if the show ends, fans could, which is, I think this is a first, I'm not entirely sure, fans probably could pick it up and make very decent episodes.
But they'd have to worry about Hasbro shutting them down, which is a very big possibility.
Yeah. I mean, like, non-profit episodes, which would be very difficult to do considering how much time and effort would go into it, and not a lot of people would want to put that much time and effort and get absolutely nothing back. I mean, even with, like, YouTube, you could get a partnership and you could actually get, like, money for views and etc. But, yeah, Hasbro is pretty tight on that stuff, especially with the Fighting is Magic that just got the cease and desist.
I really hope
That's very
they can bring themselves up from that one.
Yeah.
They're still going. They're still going.
Yeah,
But,
they're not gonna just yet.
Yeah, but like there have been a couple of members that left the team because of it. But like I would.
Should we? I was going to say, should we move on to Q and Nay? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah, like well, nice pun. But anyway,
Thank you. I've been working on it.
I'll finish up my topic. What I was saying, but yeah, guys, make sure you start saying your questions in the chat, and we'll start asking palette swapping. But as I was saying before, I wish I could help more. Like, I wish I could help with that, but I just don't know it really much about programming quite yet.
Oh no, I probably wouldn't be able to help at all. I mean, I'd love to be able to animate something like big and awesome, but I'm really an amateur, and I'm basically using ponies as an excuse to practice my animation because they're super simple. So it's like it's easy to draw them frame by frame. I just need to practice a lot.
I kind of feel bad in this community that I can't really, contribute without, being part of the show, because I can't really draw. I can't really do anything like that. I'm not a good voice actor or anything. The only thing I could probably do is, the only thing I'm good at is I'm very good mechanic, very good with cars and all that, and these guys hate listening to me when I try to talk.
Alright, guys, they're asking a bunch of questions in the chat, so we should get to it.
Jesse, why are you such a butt? From Fire Ends.
The heck?
That's all we gotta say about that. Why don't you check yourself?
Before you wreck yourself.
Oh my gosh. I was driving. Okay, I went in with my dad today, and we drove by. I think it was an optometrist or something. I don't know. I was just randomly talking to my brother, and while I was looking over at him, we passed by a window, and there was this giant wall sticker of Shrek's head, and it scared me. Because I was in the middle of a sentence, and I was like, so what I told him was, "Blah, Shrek!"
And then it's like spray painted on the side. Better check yourself before you Shrek yourself.
Alright.
Okay, next question from 9.
Yeah, 9 corrupted ass. Take that, Sin. Making drawings, do you prefer digital or traditional?
It really depends on my mood, because sometimes being on the computer, I know this probably sounds stupid, it feels like there's so many distractions.
Oh yeah.
Like, you don't necessarily need to distract yourself. Like, people have told me, just don't open a web browser or music or anything, just focus on what you're doing. And I'm like, it's really hard because the opportunity is there, and it's technically not, you're not breaking any rules or anything, but once you get distracted, it's really difficult to just focus. But in those senses, I would prefer to just take a binder and a pencil and just go doodle something quietly. But like if I really want to just sit down and really get to work on some stuff, I'll have my music and I'll have my digital art stuff, like my side and my tablet, because getting big stuff finished digitally is a lot faster than traditionally.
Alright.
I wish I could show off my traditional stuff, but I can't because I don't have a scanner anymore, but apparently people want to see my traditional stuff, so I'll have to go get a scanner again sometime.
Awesome.
So, Diddy Jackal asks, what was the first pony that you bought? I can't read today.
Like a toy?
Yeah, or like any kind of merchandise, really, I'd say.
First one I got was the little tiny blind bag of Pinkie Pie, and I think I got yeah, I got Applejack too when I was there because they were like $5 each, and I was like, yeah, I'll get those two, and then maybe because while I was working, I was like, oh, maybe I'll treat myself and just grab one of these maybe once a month or something like that until I have them all.
Yeah. We'll drop for food once you dry his OC.
He doesn't have OC.
It's a Pinkie Pie with white, and she has wings, and her hair is yellow.
It's surprise, you idiot.
Totally original
It's
Pony
the original concept for Pinkie Pie.
Total original Pony Please Not Steal. Fallen Heart asks, what are your thoughts on Jitterbug Jive or Discord Who's? Question mark.
I don't know much about the person. I've seen some of their blog, and their art is kind of nice. I just started late in the blog, so I had no idea what was happening in the story. And I don't know much about Doctor Who, so I feel like I was missing a lot of the jokes, so maybe that's why I didn't really get most of it. They're a good artist, I don't think the blog's for me. But I'm sure there's a lot of other people that enjoy it.
Here's a hidden question right here from the doctor, and it says, Jessy, how the hell do you tackle art block?
Oh jeez. Okay. This is difficult because there are some points where there's stuff that I really need to get done, and I will be going through emotional crap, and then it'll really sap my energy, or it's just when I'll really want to draw and get stuff done. I'll try and draw something, and I'll have the thought in my head, but then every time I attempt to do it on I was gonna say paper, but it's mostly digital, but whenever I just attempt to draw it, nothing turns out right, and I just get really frustrated. What I usually do is I'll get something that inspires me, that I'll enjoy, to just take away the frustration, but also keep the inspiration that I had and the feeling that I wanted to draw. What mostly does this for me are like cartoons and movies I enjoy. Like a lot of the time I'll watch a Disney flick like Tarzan or Beauty and the Beast or something that's just really lighthearted, and you can just sit back and relax, and you're like, wow, this stuff is amazing. I wish I could create something like this.
No.
So
really inspiration source right there.
It'll calm me down, and and it'll like I won't be as frustrated at myself, and I'll be like, one of my favorite animators is Glenn Keane. He did a lot of work for Disney, like a lot of work. He was basically responsible for like Beast from Beauty and the Beast and stuff, Ariel and Little Mermaid, just a lot of stuff. And I look at the stuff he creates frame by frame, and it just looks a million times better than anything I could just draw taking hours. But then I think to myself, this guy started, like, he started where I am. Like, he wasn't a professional, but he kept going. And I keep thinking to myself, if I just keep going, maybe someday I'll be as good as him.
Yeah. So, Nine Corrupted asked, do you like pizza?
I do like pizza.
Good.
Good.
Ask Doodle. Ask Doodle Pony. I'm trying to ask the next question, okay? Ask Doodle Pony asks, what's your favorite Tumblr blog?
Oh crap!
Damn it.
There are so many I like. I like Ask Surprise. Papa Pinkie Pie, S Molestia, although she doesn't update that much. Shake Fist, Shake Fist.
No tears, only dreams.
I like Philly Dream or Ask Philly Twy by Dream. Oh gosh, there's so many that I enjoy. I like the Proffer Heart, Disorderly Conduct. I follow a lot and I enjoy a lot of them. And although I don't draw much fan art for them, I wish I could, stuff like that. But they're a million times better than me, so why would I waste my time?
Yeah, okay. Let's see, somebody new that we haven't...
Well, ask Ballonheart.
Yeah.
I was
Again.
gonna
Well, I don't know. I'm just going by down in order here. But Ask Ballonheart asks, what's your favorite pony race?
Earth Pony.
Yes, good.
Renegade
Oh,
for life.
okay. 10 Gauge asks, what is your favorite shipping pair, if any?
I don't necessarily ship anyone because I don't know. I just look and I think they're all best friends, and I think they're all just really cute and compatible together as friends. But I'm trying to think of shipping pictures that I've seen that I don't necessarily like it as a ship, but I do like a lot of the artwork featuring Twilight and Princess Celestia. I think they look really cute together. Like the teacher and the student, and like sometimes it actually depicts Celestia as more motherly than like a teacher, and I think that's really adorable.
But since you don't ship any pairings, have you ever played any pairings before?
I plane Blitz with Airliner.
Good.
Yes.
It's my favorite plane too.
Absolutely. Our very own Shadow here. Our very own Shadow here asks, have you ever closed the fridge door very slowly to see wind, and what turns the light off on the inside?
Oh my god, I did that when I was little. It actually, like, when I was little, I would close it really slow and then it'd make a click noise and then the light would go off and I'm like, aha! It isn't the door! There's a button!
Yeah, the rumors are fake. There's no druid that shuts it off.
What?
It's not magic.
There is no magical druid that lives in my fridge and turns off the light.
I don't know about you guys, but there's this weird man sitting in there, in my fridge, so am I the only one?
He's future you.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
He's future you.
So,
Ask Ballonheart asks, ever
No,
saw...
wait,
you know what?
wait, what?
What?
Kind of...
What'd you tell... Were you saying to me?
Okay, no. You're good,
asking
you're
for a
good.
night? You're asking for a fight?
I thought you skipped someone. I thought you skipped somebody.
You skipped 10 people already.
Shut up. Shut up.
Anyway, Ask Ballonheart asks, ever saw Jungle Emperor Leo?
Jungle Emperor Leo.
I'm
Why does that sound familiar?
I'm guessing it's a movie.
Wait, Jungle Emperor Leo. God, why do I feel like this is somehow related to Kimba? But
I can tell you.
Kimba the White Lion?
yeah. It sounds familiar, but it's not. I can't think of anything right now. Okay, 1 second. Leo. What was it again?
Jungle Emperor Leo.
I'm googling this.
It's the only logical.
Oh, it is Kimba. Oh, okay. Apparently
That
that's
was hentai.
another name for Kimba. I think Kimba's adorable, and I actually didn't get to watch Kimba until I was a lot older because I saw the advertisements in like the Pokemon movies and stuff like that on VHS, and then I was like, Kimba, that looks so cute, I want to watch it. It looks like Astro Boy's a line, and then like I think I watched it on YouTube, and I liked it. Like a lot of people said it was a copy of The Lion King and blah blah blah. And I honestly don't think it is. I mean, there are some similarities, but it did come first, and yeah, I think there's a lot of differences, so it can't necessarily, you can't call either of them really a copy.
Alright. So, Firein asks, draw my OC. And Nine Corrupted asks, draw my OC. Nine Corrupted again, draw my OC.
Draw my OC.
And me, draw
What's
my
an
OC, please.
Draw my OC, please.
What's an OC?
People are... Oh.
What's an
I
OC?
think it's an orange carry-on. I'm fairly certain.
I like oranges.
I think it's an orange sedan.
Just make an orange cone and say it's your OC.
Yeah.
Dark sniffs, dark sins. So ask, how many people asked you to draw your OC?
Apparently 3, 5.
Well, considering I'm still going to, it's just going to take me a while. I was going to do a tribute to some followers, and I thought I was only going to get about 30 characters, and I was going to feature the OCs in an update, and considering the next day I had over 200 pictures, so a lot of people.
So...
Ask.
Oh, you're gonna go for it?
There's one I want to do. What's your advice for new drawers?
My advice for new artists?
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people say, just practice, draw. Just don't stop drawing. Don't stop drawing. It's like, I do in a way support that, but I also think don't stop trying new things. Don't be afraid to try to draw something that you think will suck, because something that looks terrible that you put your heart into will always be better than something mediocre that you didn't even try. And in the long run, you'll really just thank yourself for being brave enough to try something you were too scared or afraid to do, because it'll help you in areas that you don't think it will.
Alright.
So, Fallen Heart asks, when creating an OC, like, what are your terms on making a good OC?
Before creating the OC, have an idea of what you want it to do. I think that would be the most important thing. Like, a lot of people think, make the character, then figure out what things it would do, and like, I'm talking from just specifically pony OCs. Like, a lot of people have asked me what inspired me to create her, but she was initially a mascot just for myself, for my art, because I had seen a lot of people had it. Like, my friend Rose had a sleepy pony, which was basically a mascot for herself because her sleeping pattern was always kind of wonky, so the pony was always sleepy and stuff. And that was kind of her thing, where it was like, people saw it and they were like, that's Rose's pony. And that was initially what I wanted, and the only thing I could think of that would really make me stand out was just like, the only thing I would think people would know me for is my art, so I figured make it a pony that likes to draw, or like paint, or, you know, just something to do with art. And I think having the idea of what their quote-unquote special talent is going to be would be the best thing to do first, and then maybe think of some colors that would complement it. And I always stick by the pastel colors. Like palette isn't really pastel-y, which at times kind of bugs me, because I know maybe I should have made her hair a little less vibrant, or maybe I should have made her a different shade of white. But there are a lot of websites you can go to. Like, I'm actually following a color palette Tumblr that basically lists a bunch of color palettes that really match together, and maybe you could go there, find one you like, and maybe try creating something with it. Because I think I think the colors are really important for the characters. They really speak to their personalities and stuff, and they really make them stand out. I think the hardest part of creating a pony is the hairstyle, because other than going by the show standards, other than their colors, their hairstyle is what makes them stand out, because they're all made from the same basic rig, so they don't have many differing eye styles or like facial features. Some of them do, like Granny Smith and stuff, but the hairstyle is kind of difficult because sometimes it'll really work and other times it's just a little too busy, and it always has to match the tail. It's like you gotta make a style that'll be the hair and the tail, and yeah. But once you figure something out, just work with it and don't be afraid to change it once you like establish it, because that's kind of what good characters do. They evolve.
Yeah. So next question from the doctor. If you had the chance to go to Equestria for the rest of your life as a pony and never go back or stay home, or wait, let me read this again.
Mm-hmm.
If you had the chance to go to Equestria for the rest of your life as a pony and never go back or stay home, who in Equestria would you talk to first?
Do I have a choice? I kind of don't want to be a horse. I like my fingers.
I guess he said, he was saying...
yeah, it's a choice of either be a horse or stay home.
No, it isn't a choice. Like, you don't have the choice. Apparently, some person wants to just boots you into the world. Like, alright, see ya.
You're shit out of luck with the choice.
Yeah.
You're a horse now. Deal with it.
Yeah, so you get to talk to someone first before apparently being sent to jail for some reason if you can't talk to anyone else after.
Oh, jeez.
If I was forced to do this, I guess the pony that I would talk to first would probably be Pinkie, I guess, because she's my favorite, and she seems to be the one that's like the huge welcome wagon for everybody new, so it seems like the obvious choice.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I hope I get a friggin' cranky doodle.
Nice,
So, should we keep doing the questions, or should we wrap it up?
Should we wrap it up? Because how long is the recording?
Yeah, because people are gonna keep asking questions for eternity and a half.
Well, here's a really important one. Non-corrupted asks,
Okay.
will you please be my friend?
Aww, come here, you hug.
Virtual
Internet
hugs are
hug.
best hugs.
It's poking me. That's just the flashlight.
Doctor has one more question, so how about just that last one, and then we go?
We
Or
went to
do
wrap
we
this
wrap
thing
it?
up.
No, we don't
Yeah.
retro wrap it, we summer wrap it. Summer
It's oh god, that's disgusting.
I'm gonna do a
I love
freaking
summer sauce.
pirouette
Go
off the.
away. Get it.
I'm gonna do a freaking pirouette off the sky.
Okay,
Can't stop me.
so the
now.
doctor asks, did you create Palette Swap to be more of an extension as your personality, or just as an OC?
In a way, it's kind of both, but she's really changed to the point where she's not really, like, in looks, I kind of based her off myself because I have red hair and green eyes, but other than that, her personality is very different from my own. Like, she's really innocent and naive, and she's pretty much always happy. And I basically made her for the...
Are you saying that you're not always happy?
Well, I'm not always, like, happy like she is, but I kind of made her for the sole purpose of, like, a filly in a mare's body. So she's really childish, like the CMC and stuff like that, and she's always got the big bright eyes and always smiling, and so I kind of always made her to kind of just make people, like, people look at her and they're like, oh, she's cute, she's always happy. Now I'm happy. But her personality is a little like mine in some cases. Like some answers that I've done, like when she fell asleep drawing on a piece of paper, that was kind of reflecting things that I've done, because I've worked so long that I've fallen asleep on my tablet.
Wow.
So,
That's
in a way,
interesting.
that kind of reflects myself, but I think everybody kind of puts a little bit of their self in their blog. Not a lot, but she is really her own character, so I consider her not a self-insert, but an OC with some, mostly physical aspects of myself included, just the hair and the eyes. Other than that, she's her own creation.
Okay. So yeah, it kind of like as time went on, it kind of developed into like her own personality, like her own, like pretty much like her own entity.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Honestly, started my blog not thinking I was going to get many any attention at all, and when I receive attention, I honestly got a little nervous because I didn't really have many plans for her, other than just answering the odd question and just an excuse to practice drawing ponies and stuff, because I did take a lot of requests to draw them, so I was like, this will give me practice in like body and anatomy wise and stuff like that. So, because looking back at my sketches that I did when I just started, the body was really stiff and the heads were a bit too big and things like that. I'm not saying my art now is perfect, I still have quite a way to go, but I have improved a bit since I've started. So once I did receive attention for my blog, I got a little nervous, feeling like I needed to kind of up the ante, I guess, and just make something that people would want to follow, not just random questions, blah blah blah. So I have, apparently, I'm going to be working on some story arcs, like with other characters. Hopefully people won't mind. I'm going to include a lot of canon characters, but I'm going to try and use characters that don't see a lot of attention. So hopefully they don't mind if I make them meet palette in some way, because I know how people are like, oh, Mary Sue, blah blah blah. And hopefully I don't do that. I try not to. But I have received some comments that she's a Mary Sue, and I don't know. Hopefully they're not disappointed with what I do. I'll try and keep it in character for them, although a lot of them don't have much character development, so...
Okay. Well, I guess we can, wrap it up. Ragin, do it.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'll plug your ass up. Shut up.
Good.
Yes, this has been the CloudsDale Cafe in another exciting, informing week.
You don't sound.
I would like to
excited.
thank. I'm sick. Shut the fuck up before I punch you.
You can't punch me over the
Yes.
internet. I win.
I know where you live, so shut up.
I know where you
But I would
live.
like to thank Jessy for coming on. It's been very
That's so
fun
fun.
and very good. I'm glad.
Good.
When our
Good.
guest is glad, I'm glad.
You had fun. Good.
Good.
Good, excellent, great,
good.
fantastic.
And then
But
Next
make
guest.
sure go check out if you haven't given her a follow, go check her blog out at it's paletteswab at tumblr.com or something like that. I don't have a link.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Monster Hunter linked it in the chat, and I'll be linking
Good.
it into the YouTube description. So
Thank you.
Oh,
Monster Hunter.
another thing. Be really careful if you're going to be posting a link all of a sudden in the chat. You got to ask permission.
I feel like we should
If you
change the
wanna
rules
post.
a bit.
You think?
We'll
Well,
talk about it later. So
We'll talk.
alright,
Yes.
okay.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to plug the butt of the show.
That was always
okay?
whatever.
yeah, we'll talk about it later. So
But
I'm
make
gonna-
sure to give us a follow too. We love the follow
Yeah.
on either our YouTube or our CloudsDale Cafe at tumblr.com or our Twitter. Whatever you want to do. But we also have, I don't feel like doing the extra plugs, but
I'll fine then. I'll do it.
No, we have a brand new one, and we also have CloudsDale.org.
Yeah, join us on our cloud on CloudsDale.org. We have, like, even if you don't want to talk, like, we'll try and be there as much as we can, but we've been really busy. So if you catch us there, great. But if you don't want to talk to us, go there. Go to CloudsDale.org anyway, and look at all the clouds that they have. They have so much stuff, like for Steam, for Minecraft, for
role playing,
yeah,
for dubstep even. I mean, they almost have a cloud for anything really. But it's a really good place to go and just, you know, talk with people. And there's like Equestria Gaming's there, Black Ops, everything. Just random topics you can go in and just talk to people about that. So go give, like, we know the guy, he runs Zero, he's going to be at BronyCon, so go check him out if you're going to BronyCon and tell us that we sent you.
One more important plug, you can now find our podcast in this new website, ponyvillelive.com. It is pretty much a website in which it kind of brings a lot of media networks that are devoting to kind of do the things that we do within the pony community and stuff like that. There's a lot of radio stations and podcasts, and a bunch of others are there too. You can find us at the video stream tabs that are at the front page. So now you can view us from there. Well, we are still trying to get ourselves better situated
with the website.
Yeah, with the website, but you will be able to, you know, catch up on most of our episodes there. And yeah, it's a fantastic website, and we're very happy and honored to be a part of it. And yeah, and I hope you guys can explore and enjoy it and watch us there. You can support us and support the site. So that's about it for plugs. Yeah.
So thanks for joining us, guys. Oh fuck!
There it goes.
There he goes. He broke it.
Shit! Oh, I dropped
he broke his
pencil,
pantyhose.
Yeah.
Or something.
I tore my pantyhose.
But we have reached 200 followers by tonight, and that may sound very small to some, but that's kind of big for us because we don't post any art. I know.
Woo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We don't post any art or anything on here. We just post episodes and announcements. So it's actually amazing. People will actually give us a follow for that. So because apparently, if you don't put art, I don't want to follow you. But other than that, I had to thank Image. He needs to get on his shit with our new 200 follower update and get it colored. So, and add some of our followers on there and some of our guests, so we don't feel like we're hogging it all. My horrible OC in the middle is taking up most of the space too.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, Pallet. I hope you had a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me, and yes, I did.
Thank you, Mr. Swap.
Thanks, Jessy.
Thanks, Jupiter, Jessy.
Yeah.
Anyway, gonna say goodbye.
Just
gonna
goodbye,
say
everybody.
Hey.
This has been the CloudsDale Cafe.
Oh yeah. Stay tuned in for the after show. We are deciding whether or not to read a fanfic, clopfic, or just stream something. We don't know yet. So whatever you guys want us to do, we shall do it because the after show where we lose our pants. So stay tuned.
I don't lose my
in for that. I would.
I burned my pants off. Anyway, goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Good night. Stay tight.
Stay sexy.
I meant sleep tight, not stay tight. By the way.
Well, that's the best thing in the world. Stay tight.
Stay tight for me.
guys.
Shit. Don't get loose out there.
Anyway, good night.